What's up, y'all? Welcome to Recess.
I'm Cash.
I'm Awache.
I'm Micah.
I'm Awate.
I'm Gyasi. We're here with Creative Justice and Converge Media. We're going to be talking to you about Seattle artists, youth issues, and many more topics. Stay tuned. Good morning, good evening, and good night, guys. Welcome back to another episode of The Recess. Today, we will be talking about fashion. Not just any type of fashion, but Seattle fashion. Going deeper into local fashion and going way past the stereotypical Lululemon and Nike athletic wear. We sat down with some of Seattle's most prominent fashion designers and brands. Take a look. What's up, y'all? My name is Gyasi with Creative Justice. We are here with the Recess podcast in Converge Studios, and we're here with a very special guest. You've seen him around the city. He's always ripping and running. Mr. Wolf Delux, fashion designer and artist. First thing I wanted to get into, I know you do fashion design, but where did you get your start when it came to like art expression?
When it came to art expression, first type of art that I shown to the public was probably like almost 10 years ago. It was kind of like a sculpture type thing. I was trying to speak to like the feeling of graffiti, like translated, but you know, it's a whole other thing. But it totally fed into this. That is that now. So just painting, I would say.
Yeah. So would you say you started off as a painter?
Yeah, and I would still consider myself that, like, even if I had to put like an adjective towards, like, I'm a painterly fashion man, you know? So, but I started doing live paintings and doing like other little paint-based hustles trying to get people to possibly buy a canvas.
Right.
And it just so happens that I would bring some of my clothing along, just like a few pieces, and nobody was grabbing no canvases, but they'd walk up and just like snatch the two little pieces of clothing that I have. So I was like, all right, maybe I'll have a little more next time.
I'm quick.
Yeah, so, yeah. A lot of it is speaking to what people tell me as far as the art goes, like, and I heard that, like, so I did more.
I think I remember the first time, maybe not the first time, but one of the first times I interacted with you was with my sister, Asha, and we were at Jimi Hendrix Park, and you sold this like yellow and red painting. There's like an anime character on a speed bike thing. I think that was the first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love the Akira fan art. I'm a, you know, I also consider myself like a pop artist. You know, Afro pop, but also general. You know, so some of what I sell paintings. I still try to sell paintings. Okay, y'all buy paintings from people, not just me.
Don't forget about it.
But yeah. That's a big inspiration, although it may not be able to be seen by the naked eye as well on the clothing, you know. So,
speaking of being able to access your paintings, I know you have a shop in Chinatown.
I do.
Speak about that.
Yeah, I've been in Chinatown for a little while now. It's a mixed it's a mixed adventure venue, but it's basically my gallery space because I show other artists as well when I can. And yeah, it's like the hub for my clothing, and I also rent it out for, you know, whatever. So it's kind of just like a little, multifunction space.
I know you were talking about the first thing you showed to the public was a sculpture.
Yeah.
I know you did a bumper shoot recently, the last bumper shoot. And you had a huge installation there.
Man.
like next to the WWE event stuff. Talk about it.
Another one of my loves, wrestling, pro wrestling also. Big inspiration. So, yeah, got blessed with the opportunity to do that. Can't remember how many thousand square feet of canvas it was, but essentially it was like 25 by 25 squares. And then I painted them independently and brought it over there, and then they sewed it together, and we anchored it over like an existing structure. So it kind of looked like a mountain. This first thing that came to my mind. So I was like, very uncreatively said, Wolf Mountain. Wolf Mountain. Yeah. So if people have seen Guts, it got lit up. It ended up falling before the end of the event. So if you saw it, you're one of the rare people. It didn't even.
Yeah, no.
It was just here for a minute. But yeah, it was fun. It was dope.
So I know you did sculpting, painting, fashion design. I know you also recently did ski wear.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I had a ski design come out with this really dope company line, and that's one of my goals, is to be in winter wear, just somewhere there. But yeah, I'm plotting on actually getting like more designs clothing wise. But yeah, it's sick. Line.com, they have various styles of ski that they'll release every year, just like a new version that they improve. And it's the ski called the Blend. And I feel like, I don't know how much the audience knows about riding, but it's great for the park, which would be jumping around and also having fun, kind of like all mountain. And I think it fits with the art, playful yet deadly.
so, and I think I've gone like skiing once, but it was just that flat skiing.
Me too. I've snowboarded for a long time. I'm a horrible skier. I'm kind of like, the end of a Jackie Chan DVD where you see him like getting messed up doing all the stuff.
Yeah. Like
If you watch his skiing montages, but slower.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For sure.
Love the mountain. Love the winter actions, winter activities.
What is it like getting in on an industry that's, I guess, more heavily oversaturated nowadays with like trendy wear, and that's not as black? I don't know.
It's like, I would say it's a beautiful struggle, because I technically didn't see myself in fashion as like a Black person growing up in Seattle. Having the right level of fashion meant that you basically get left alone at a base level before you're even getting like, extra eyes or anything like that. But while doing it, I realized that there was like a lot of positivity and a lot of, happiness and things that do have to do with fashion. And I was like, I am set to be in here because I have like my own, thought process on it. And I think that there's quite a few people that do as well, I don't think, although things can be like one of one, I think a lot of people do have like affinity with others. So it's kind of like turning kind of like a low-key liberating thing to be able to affect people that way. So yeah. And then clearly my company or my clothing company, my art is Black art.
Yeah.
And even if I don't say it, it's always
It's
felt.
always known.
So I think people have to deal with their own, energies on that. At first, it used to kind of mess with me when I felt like one way or another, people were treating me one way or another. But now, I'm still bothered, but now I can deal with people's biases and whatnot because I'm not leaving.
It's cool.
I'm gonna be here, and I have so many people that have supported my work. I really like none of the words that I've said, and no words I think I'll ever say can like explain how people's support has like driven me or what that exact drive is. But it's like we see each other.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Come on.
This fashion thing.
Just one last question before we get into this little segment, this Never Have I Ever. What would you say was like the main love for art? Like what caught you when it came to art? You explain your love for it. Or your appreciation.
If I had to pick one thing overall, it would be therapy.
Therapy.
Because, mental health is major right now. I think people realizing their mental health, that's why things are hitting so hard right now, because a lot of people are.
Yeah.
And that no matter what art you do and no matter what you do your art for, it should make you feel better / like less crazy. Or maybe balanced. That's, those last two are more me, where it's like at a base level, it keeps me calm, keeps me grounded. So yeah, you should do art to make yourself feel better. That's the therapeutic elements are key.
Okay. Getting into this Never Have I Ever thing, I got a couple questions for you. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you, let's go 5 questions.
Okay.
So, viewers, this is for you as well. Put your hands up if you've ever related to these. First one.
We start with our hands up?
Yeah.
I actually don't know how to play this game as much. I used to see it a lot.
So basically, never have I ever. We ask 5 questions.
Oh,
Put your
okay.
fingers up.
Okay.
And if you have done it, then you put your finger down.
Oh, okay, good.
And then we go as necessary. So.
All right.
Never have I ever worn socks and sandals at the same time. Done it. Countless.
Oh, done it. Oh,
Plenty of
It's
times.
Pacific Northwest. Are you crazy?
Going out barefooted is.
That's antiquated fashion. Old school.
2, never have I ever worn a Patagonia while holding a Starbucks coffee.
No.
Not yet. I've yet to do
Every
it.
Patagonia I've sold has been too small for me to wear, or else I would.
Come on. Also, boycott Starbucks. Never have I ever worn summer clothes in the winter.
Another one. Wait, never?
Never.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
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 Around here the sun may not come out, but that one time, you better,
That's all you get, for real.
stuff on.
Never have I ever worn mismatched socks. I'm doing it. Y'all can't see
I'm
that.
actually trying to push a mismatch sock
Doing it
movement
right now.
because there's another coordination. It's kind of like you fall off the edge to come back around the world. Okay.
Okay.
And is that left sock, right sock not escaping you like the top of the Tupperware? Okay, so but still from the past 90s, 2000s, we were doing the mixed shoe colors to combo thing to where it's like, already been, hopefully cats are.
Hip to it. Last question. Never have I ever hated Crocs before they became cool.
Never, I was,
Nah.
and I'm a Croc promoter. I'm like one of the top Croc promoters from my time period, okay, around here.
Got it on.
And I was absolutely hating big.
Yeah.
I was big.
Mind you, I was a child at the time, but their promotion and their commercials just seemed a bit too corny.
Well, it was just chefs and doctors, like, for a while. There wasn't,
Big fashion influence into it.
man. But now the youth are going crazy. Once the pins went in back then,
yeah.
I was like, here we
It's
go.
over. It's up.
Plus, we feel the comfort of some of these, foam-based.
For surely. Well, that's 5. Got my pinky up. My pinky's up. For surely. Thank you. When it comes to music and your inspiration, how has that influenced your art?
I would say how music has inspired art.
Yeah.
Is, I am, I'm a current DJ. I almost said ex-DJ. Flavor. You gotta be able to mix to transform to blend, what you brought. Now in modern day, I guess you can have like music from all over.
Yeah.
But I used to just spin primarily vinyl with me and my homies. So it was about, unless you have all the muscles in the world, it's the crates that you have to be creative with it. So on top of just loving music in general, I think that is probably how it ties the most into my style, in that there could be this style of jacket with this style of design that traditionally you wouldn't see together, and I'll mix and blend those. So, and I think there's like a rhythm to it that you find that makes sense. Once a person goes in it too, that's like another element to people like power. I think making my designs make sense.
Yeah.
Don't even make sense to me until people put them on. Really, sometimes I'll stare at a piece until somebody wears it, and I'm like,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Because not only that, speaking to music, I know you've had, and I've gone to, you've hosted some events at your spot, music events. You talk more about that, and like, what do you, I would say, what do you appreciate about the music scene and how it, in general, comes together with art?
I think, although I would say like I love the nightlife. I'm part of like the club life and like being part of it in some aspect.
Yeah.
But also my real musical spirit resides in the house party.
Yeah.
Resides in the hip hop, b-boy, b-girl jam,
Yeah.
So, and I think a house party is similar to a jam, that there's multiple things happening inside of a space, but it's one function. We're all together doing something, So, yeah. Did I answer the question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
pretty focused.
Kind of like, how does it, art and fashion, what is the biggest hurdle you would say you've had when it comes to expressing that or getting out there?
Funds and self-discipline, because there's been no like roadmap to doing this. I didn't go to school for this at all, and I think even if you did, once you come out into the field, any like artistic field, like fashion or like fine art in general, or like micro, macro within any of these, you like have to make your own roadmap of what works.
Yeah.
So can't predict the future, of course, and just being an entrepreneur of any type.
Yeah.
Just you're asking for it. I don't know. But you also have to you have to be excited by that too. Some of the unknown and some of the things that come with it. So yeah, that's why. But financially, I would say that's the main thing, because my other major love within the arts is film. And there's I don't believe in holding yourself back if you only have some type of equipment and that's all you can get. But if you really look at what goes into putting together a proper production, you need a certain amount of funds.
Yeah.
So, but within anybody pushing their art to a certain level, I think you'll hit.
Yeah.
Maybe if you draw in pencil and paper, it's that's financially genius,
Right.
for an artist. But yeah.
Limitations, yeah.
So, because the people got me up right now. I would say, if I had to think about what I need to work on, I still need to get people more motivated and aware of fashion at large. I need the weather to be good. If I'm sunny, it's that's all good and dandy. But technically, I need a lot more people to be doing their thing simultaneously,
Right.
which is you can't control
Yeah.
even more.
Yeah.
People are stranger than the weather,
Well,
more unpredictable.
you need an ecosystem for it.
Yeah. So that part too, yeah. Seattle, the shift, the like SimCity growth that we're doing is very intense, I think, on everybody. So, and with all, the world events happening, it's hard to want to like ask somebody to purchase any kind of art.
Yeah.
Even though in a way we need it to maintain not normality but like moving forward. I at the same time see people craving art super bad.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Say without art, my mental sanity would be, So
yeah.
Well, wrapping up here, I want to say thank you.
Thank you, man.
Do you have any final words or things you'd like to shout out about what you're doing next, or where people can find you?
Man, right now, I might as well say something. I need some type of exclusive for the interview. Like
Some exclusives.
So, wolfdeluxe.com does exist. I haven't told people. I told a couple people at Bumper Shoot. But you can go to Wolf, WOLFDELUX, wolfdeluxe.com. I'm just building it up, And I'm also going to be branching out from my IG cave that I'm in. I'm Wolf Deluxe on Instagram. And, I create plenty of havoc on there, but you're probably going to see me on a few platforms soon, as I separate myself, but also like me, the artist, from my clothing, from the other things that I'm doing, is all going to be some fun content coming up. So, got to fight this is my first year of seasonal depression ever. I thought that was fake.
Oh yeah, nah,
It's real.
Hey, check out our other episode, our mental health episode. Talk about that.
Painting, drawing,
And please make sure to go support Wolf Deluxe. We have a great time here. I appreciate you a lot.
Yeah, this is fun.
So yeah, I appreciate it. Make sure y'all tune in to this episode and the next. We got a lot more for y'all today. So peace out. Thank you. What's up, y'all? Hope y'all enjoyed that interview with our guest, Wolf Deluxe. I'm here with the co-host, Awate. We're gonna play a little swipe game with y'all. Basically, there's gonna be an image on the screen, and it's gonna be some outfits. We're gonna choose whether or not we like the fit or we don't like the fit, or if we would wear it or we wouldn't wear it. So yeah, let's get into it. This first one, I'm gonna swipe right on that.
I have to agree too. I really like the sweater.
Yeah, that sweater's that main piece. I would definitely, I don't know. I feel like that's hard to style for me personally, but I like the sweater in general.
I really like it, but I feel like it's one of those sweaters like where you buy it and then you just don't wear it.
Yeah.
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 So for my closet space, I'm gonna have to swipe left. I'm sorry.
I said the left. This, I like the fit, but I don't feel like there's enough color. It's too duo tone for me.
I feel like I kind of like it because it's like shades of brown, and then I really like how in the outfit they kind of incorporated like the sandals and socks, and I'm something about it. I'm swiping right for that one.
I like the shoes and the pants, but I don't know how I feel about album cover sweaters.
I kind of like it though.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, it's the pose and the stance.
Yeah.
It's also filthy.
Yeah.
Immediate right. It's giving New York. It's giving New York, like Bronx kids. I don't know.
There is never a such thing as too baggy. I'm gonna let y'all know right now.
Come on.
There's never a such thing as too baggy.
Never.
Never.
Enough. Yes. Yes. Love the
Sometimes
colors. Colors. Also yes. The shoes are filthy.
I like the shoes, but is it too much gray on gray? Or
It's like, yeah, the dark colors for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. That's for me. The green.
Okay. This one, I feel like this is a stereotypical Seattle fit.
Yes. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Yeah, I feel like it's the shoes. It's really the shoes. Now listen, if I was into my, I don't know, UW college girl, dorm city era, I would definitely wear this. You would definitely see me wear this. I like the sweatshirt, but my only concern is like, if you're wearing if you're gonna wear the fit, what's the point of wearing the tank top inside the sweatshirt?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I like it.
It looks good.
I like where they're heading, but yeah.
Yeah, you're on timing. Yes.
For the summer.
For the summer. It's cold outside. It's brick.
See those? Okay, those pants.
Hey, the pants are filthy. Are those flowers? Yeah, pants are filthy. Too much dark colors though.
I mean, a black outfit has never hurt nobody.
Yeah, you know. But is that Travis Scott?
That's Shay.
What's up, y'all? I'm here with two brothers, Caesar and Roger from Mediums Collective. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Not much.
Appreciate you for inviting us out here on this podcast.
Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah.
It's good to be here.
I know y'all are streetwear enthusiasts. You guys are creators of Mediums Collective. What is your guys' history? Business history?
Shoot, I mean, we could go all the way back to the beginning, or we could probably talk about the most recent beginning, which I think for me has been we just recently opened our first brick and mortar out here in Capitol Hill, and that was a whole different reset. You know what I'm saying? So it's been nothing but going back to the lab, creating. It's a whole different way of doing business, to be honest, when you have an actual spot now where you can kind of create on the go. So I have nothing but great stories, bro, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's we're a local designer brand, you know what I'm saying, and fashion house. That's what we're trying to build our brand to be, is design locally, make locally,
yes, sir.
And build locally. So yeah.
Surely. As a designer brand and as designers, what is your guys' biggest inspiration to getting into fashion?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you know, like Seattle's not really known for fashion, you know, so it's dope to kind of be in a space where there's a lot of room for opportunity, room for growth. I think we got into it from the love of design and culture, right? So it was a little bit of both. If you kind of find a little bit about Mediums, obviously we're a clothing brand, but we also do a lot of, community work / we try to amplify the culture out here. So I think it's a blend of both, opportunity and for the love of it as well.
Yeah.
I gotta work with my bro.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? My mom's involved, my dad's involved, you know what I'm saying? Our family's involved, you feel me? So I think when I really get down to it, that's the biggest thing for me, for sure. And plus what he said, you feel me? Like, we get to play and work. We work and play. You know, so that's what it feels like to me, and I would say to you too, right? I mean, we're out just playing. You know what I'm saying, and having fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know. Being it seems like a lot of fun being like a family business, first of all.
Yeah.
But also it's very orthodox or unorthodox, my fault. But because you guys are a family fashion business,
right? And
we don't hear a lot about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell me, what is that like being family in business?
Yeah. I mean, it's dope. You know, I think it needs to be more common, right? I think at least for business wise, it's always saying, family and business can't mix, but I don't think that's necessarily true, you know. Obviously working with my brother, you know what I'm saying, we're working with like blood family, but really when you start building a team, they kind of do become your family, right? So I think it's always good to have that family background. I think it's always good to have, you know, people around you who you can trust and you know, obviously people have different family dynamics, but at the same time, family can be blood related or family can be non-blood related, right? So it's really, when it comes to it, it's about trust, right? So.
Yeah, you sleep better at night too. Man, you get it dialed in, you know your people got your back, you know what I'm saying? And that's a really good place to be in this creative thing we're doing here at Mediums, for sure.
I know you guys have held events at your space before. What's that like?
It's dope, man. You should definitely come to one of them.
Yeah,
at least the youth-based ones. But no, it's dope, right? Because you know, when you talk about fashion, when you talk about streetwear, specifically streetwear, right? Is you know, it's about building community, right? So that's to me, that's what streetwear is. And for us, you know, we love to build that. I think it's something that we do organically, right? Because it's back to the family situation, right? We kind of bring a lot of like that family values, you know, like all the homies come and kick it, you're kicking it with your friends, you're kicking it with, right? And they become an extension of your family. So when we do events at the shop or outside of the shop or just in general, it's really to kind of build that familia, you know, and build that community. And it's always dope to kind of use that space more than retail. You know, and be able to kind of bring people that love fashion, bring people that love music and art together in one space.
Being in streetwear, I know it's hella difficult because, of course, in Seattle, it's not really a streetwear kind of city. It's more like coats and stuff like that. What is, I would say, like your guys' biggest hurdle when coming into streetwear?
I think it's really about having, it's a volumes game, you know what I'm saying? So you hear all these other places where things are kind of blowing up before they blow up in other places, right? I think I don't personally haven't moved in there, you know what I'm saying? But the biggest difference is there's just more things happening in the spot, you know what I'm saying? So I think here in Seattle, it's beginning to pick up, obviously, after the pandemic. You know, there was a lot of downside to the pandemic, but there was also a lot of positive things that came out of it. You know, for example, a lot of people, you know, started doing this passion, you know, business and doing their creative. So that's the thing that comes before the gatherings, right? So I think, and it's not like it's been a challenge, but when you think about, you know, what sets us apart from like a New York or an LA, there's just more things happening over there than here per day, per month, per year, however you want to see it.
Able to make a lot more waves.
Right. I mean, you know, and I think, you know, back to Seattle, you know, it's not known for fashion and streetwear, but like if you're from Seattle, you realize that it's like, yo, we got a lot of dope creatives, we got a lot of dope designers, right? And yeah, there might not be those big doors like Fashion Week, right? Or like, you know, a lot of buyers when we're trying to sell our product to like, you know, stores, right? There's not really that culture, but at the same time, you know, there is, and there's a lot of opportunity, and there's a lot of room for growth, and there's a lot of room for you to kind of be the lead, right? And create that culture that might not be as amplified, it might not be as highlighted, but it definitely does exist, you know, especially in the creative parts of Seattle, right? So yeah.
What does streetwear mean to y'all? Like, like what is streetwear? What does it mean? I guess.
I mean, simply put, man, you're in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's being in the streets, and what that really means, again, back to the big C, you know, community. You know what I'm saying? You're connected with others. You're out there looking for a community, building a community,
like minds and stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can call it community, culture. It's got many words to it,
Yeah.
but it's really people connecting. It could be, the skaters connecting. It could be the musicians, right? It's coming out to the streets, and making that connection with others. I think that's.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at obviously history and fashion, right? Streetwear. When you're talking about design and clothing, is like, streetwear is designed for designers who didn't have the tools to like create like a luxury bag. Right. So what do we use, right? We use the tools that we have. We use the screen printing, right? We use the recycled fabrics. We use things that were inspired by the things that we have access to, right? When you think of culture, it's like obviously streetwear in the 90s, was a lot of, it was the skater culture, then it was hip hop culture, right? So I think streetwear is kind of being influenced by all of that, and as you touch base, it really does come down to community. It really does come down to, being connected to what's going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And being connected to what's going on in your culture, in the city, and in the arts. To me, that's streetwear, right? Yeah. So yeah. Being connected, exactly.
That's what's up.
Right? I feel like you can't call yourself streetwear if you're not connected with the arts,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I don't know, because it's not like a North Face or Dior, that's not focused on where they're at,
Right.
It's not, I don't know, what I've noticed from mediums, it's not like being too focused on the outside. Y'all are very internally focused.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I see a lot and I appreciate.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up. It's the first time I heard that, actually. Thanks for saying that.
How does your guys' identities mesh into your art, mesh into your guys' art and practice?
Yeah, I think if at least, there's a lot of different things, right? There's the design component of it, there's the fashion aspect of it, and there's the community and events. And I think it all ties down. I think, fashion-wise, if you look at our brand, it's we use a lot of earth tones, right? When you look outside, what kind of colors do you see, right? We see a lot of earth tones. We live in the Northwest, so we use a lot of, I think we get influenced a lot by our environment, back to streetwear. Streetwear is, being influenced by your location, right? And you can see that in our design style. You can see that in our color palettes, and I think for streetwear you use identity to communicate who you are, right? So you can kind of see, some of the typography that we use to communicate, right? Old English is connected to the West Coast, to the Latino culture, and we're Mexican, right? So we use a lot of design and symbolism to kind of communicate a lot of, to kind of communicate where we're from, who we are, what we are, right? We have like the East Pike logo, which we designed this when we moved to Capitol Hill, right? I probably wouldn't have designed this if we wouldn't have moved to Capitol Hill, right? So I think we incorporate a lot of, color, typography, aesthetics to kind of communicate who we are, what we represent.
Because I notice, even with your guys' fits today, like with your identity, I see a lot of the jewelry, a lot of the silver pieces with the coat, and then yours is like with the hat and the shoes and the pants. So that's really dope to see our guys' identities kind of not be able to only be expressed in different ways, but also how it kind of folds together.
Appreciate that. I know I almost wear the same outfit as he did. I had to change the look. We're both wearing black and green. I'm like, yo, it's funny because we didn't even think.
We didn't match on purpose. It just happened.
We normally never plan our fits. It's crazy. Now that I think about it, we actually kind of hit like very similar, like color palettes every time.
But you can see even just the way that we dress and we style each other, right? He likes to be a little bit more loud with the jewelry. I like to be a little more subtle. But at the same time, it balances out to, okay, bet, like you guys both have different styles, but it's synchronized, right? So, when we were talking earlier, fashion is expression, and in for us, that's what mediums is.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys, like, what is it, diversity when it comes to you guys, like, clothing line, you're able to express multiple things in just one place. Back to, you said your East Pike design logo, you guys wouldn't have made it if you guys weren't in Capitol Hill. What is it like having a store in Capitol Hill? Is it like...
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, man. No, but I'm still kind of in like, like that phase where like I'm just so grateful because we used to work off our cars, man. We used to work off our apartments, you feel me? So like, even though we've been there for a year, every time, and I hope this keeps going until, we keep that place, as long as we keep it. But every time it's something new, like literally last night, we've been thinking about creating a studio, right, for us to do our work, our media work. And we kind of played around in the past in there, but like yesterday felt like the first time where we actually had like a legit studio where somebody else, not us, right, because we know how to work, but somebody else was able to come into space and like do its thing, right? And so it's been just kind of a discovery of like, oh, dope, like this is how much you get off like having your own location. But again, it's a lot of work, right? I mean, you got teams, right? You got to think about things like, hey, is there coffee for the coffee place, right? Supplies, are we paying taxes? It's a lot of work. And me and him are there for the majority of time. But again, it's almost like we didn't even plan it, but it's almost like we're doing it the right way. For example, one of the first things we started doing when we first started the brand was to put ourselves in front of customers, right? And so we did it through pop-ups. Now that we have the store, we still maintain that way of doing things right now, but now in our own space. We don't have to like take a tent down every night, we do a pop-up. So that's kind of been the thing that's gonna level up, you feel me? It's like we're still doing our work and we're still putting ourselves right there in front of the customer. So yeah, man, it's a lot of fun having your own place, your own home. You got my keys. I can go in and out anytime I want. You know what I'm saying? I can have people come and meet me there. Raj and I work together, right? Today was design day, so we focus on design work today. Tomorrow, is admin work, and
different.
You go, yeah, exactly. And then next thing you know, the whole year's gone, and
got a bunch of work done.
Yeah. But again, you don't even think about these things because it's fun. It's fun doing what we're doing. So.
Yeah.
That's my best way to try to make work sound fun. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you think about work and you're like,
being CEOs, it always sounds difficult, being scary, but
And that's the thing I wasn't trying to make it sound like. It's like, it is work, but that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it can be fun if you make it fun.
Yeah.
But also, on top of that, having the shop in Capitol Hill is dope because, we're a Seattle-based brand. When you think of arts and culture, Capitol Hill is a huge, right, symbolic, and even East Pike, the whole street, right, just the history behind it is super symbolic. So not only having a physical location where we can play, but also where it's at is just dope, right, and what it represents. And we were just talking, the history that our specific location, 705 East Pike, like that history that space specifically has. It's hosted a lot of other streetwear brands that low-key we weren't aware of. We just found a spot and we moved in. So it's kind of beautiful how it plays out, and being in Capitol Hill and being able to kind of bring some culture to Capitol Hill, some diversity to Capitol Hill. On top of obviously having the office close by to kind of play, it's been super dope.
Yeah, no, it's hella inspirational. Not only seeing y'all there, but the way that you guys move there, because I know Capitol Hill is very historically white, and not only that, but a lot of the places are getting bought out by like bigger corporations. So it's really cool seeing y'all there. I appreciate that.
No, it's dope, man. Thank you. And we've been seeing a lot of dope changes to Capitol Hill too. A lot of local businesses have been moving there. And I think. I think it's up to us, like I said, right? Seattle's not known for fashion or design or even just like being a local streetwear brand, right? Open up our own shop. It's dope to be able to do that and show and almost let people know it's possible, right? And hey, if a shop opens up next door, I want my homie to move in there, right? Rather than like some sort of other corporate type of business. So I love the diversity that we bring to the table, and I think we're gonna be able to see a lot more.
Yeah. I want to get into this segment we have with the Never Have I Ever questions. Have you guys ever played that?
Never have I ever.
Never have I ever?
Yeah, come on. That's a dangerous game.
So I know the viewers and the listeners, you guys, we just played. So y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna put 5 fingers up. I got 5 questions for y'all, and for each question, you just put your finger down if you've done it, but you keep your finger up if you haven't.
Cool. Okay. Let's do it.
So, never have I ever worn mismatched socks. Never done it.
I'm sure we're a lot of mismatches.
It's been tough.
I didn't do it on purpose, but then it, I made it a fashion statement.
Yeah. Sometimes for me, it's usually like my laundry isn't finished, so I don't know. I got a blue and a gray sock. Just gotta make it happen.
Come on.
Hopefully, I'm wearing some long.
Gotta wear pants.
Jeans.
Can't do it if you're not wearing pants.
I can't have no shorts on, nothing like that. Never have I ever worn the same clothes 2 days in a row. Definitely done that.
That's a lie too. For sure have,
people didn't see it the first time.
Yeah, especially when the outfit is good, come on.
Oh, you got to put it down when you've done it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
I got to step out again. Never have I ever gotten a compliment on an outfit. I've gotten compliments.
We've never gotten a compliment on an outfit?
You have gotten a compliment.
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
I have, I guess. So if you have, you keep it up.
If you have, you put it down.
Oh, you put it down.
Yeah. And then if you haven't, you keep it
up.
up.
You haven't. You've never gotten a compliment?
No, yeah, I put my finger down.
Oh.
Yeah, we just got a compliment from the homie.
Come on. 2, never have I ever worn a Patagonia while holding a Starbucks coffee.
I can keep my fingers up on that one. Yeah. That's very Seattle though. For sure. When you think of Seattle fashion right now, obviously Patagonia, yeah. But it'll be a medium city. in a local shop, in a local coffee shop. Come
on. Last one. Never have I ever. Never have I ever hated Crocs before they were popular.
Oh, for sure. I still do.
Damn.
So you do.
You put it down, yeah.
Oh no, I love Crocs, man.
Yeah, this dude wears Crocs everywhere, except today. I'm surprised.
I used to actually rock them back in the day. When I went to college.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to rock them because my toes were pretty bad back in the day. So they had your toes, but I actually really liked them, and then I like they've been coming back though.
Come on.
They've been coming back, and they've been kind of dropping some really dope designs. So actually, I'm a big fan of Crocs.
Sports mode or no sports mode?
Sports mode, for sure.
Come on.
For sure.
I feel like I still got to give Crocs a chance. I've never actually wore a pair of Crocs.
Me neither. I've worn them, but I gotta step outside. I gotta pick up groceries real quick.
Yeah.
Type thing. Thank you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Come on. Pinkies up.
Got the pinkies up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank y'all for participating. Thank you guys, viewers, if you guys participated. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, homie.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate what you're doing. I love that you're amplifying fashion and curious about fashion. I think that's what the city needs. I think that's what Seattle needs. When we're talking about culture in the city and not known for fashion, this is the type of work that takes it to the next level. So I love that you guys are doing this, and I love that you guys are, pushing it forward. So
thank you.
Salute to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And the ones behind the scene.
Come on. All right, y'all already know.
Hell yeah.
I have about 2 more questions for y'all. What would you guys say? Did you guys have any teachers when it came to working with or getting into fashion? Did you guys like learn from anybody?
For sure. My mom and dad, first and foremost, for sure. And I got a story I've always told about it, but my mom would dress us up when we were kids. You know what I'm saying? So I think some of that stuck for sure.
Yeah.
And then my dad's one of the greatest makers. It's a completely different industry, but the discipline of, going into, I actually think he's the inventor of the family. I just had this insight the other day. He was just talking ideas about how to do this, and that. I'm like, oh, shoot. And so I think our association with that, I see it in my brother for sure, when creating these designs and whatnot. Like, I could definitely see the relation, obviously mom being the entrepreneur and taking us to work with her and being involved in fashion when we were little, and then from my dad's side, the inventor side, you know what I'm saying, the playfulness, because that's how I noticed. He was just saying some really random funny stuff, but then I thought about it, I'm like, yo, that's actually really smart. But he was playing. I don't even know if he actually knew that he came up with a great idea or not. He was just being goofy because my dad's just funny like that. But when I actually thought about his idea, I'm like, oh shoot, I think we were talking about, like, I don't even remember what we were talking about. But when I actually thought about what he said, I was like, oh shit, that's actually really smart. You know what I'm saying? But you would never tell because he was just playing. But I think that's what inventing's about. So I think those are my biggest influence for sure.
Yeah. I mean, my mom was in fashion, or like wasn't in fashion, but she used to sell clothes in Mexico when we lived in Mexico, and she used to dress us up, and we would be her mannequins. She would sell it to all her friends. So, obviously, I didn't even think about that. I didn't get into fashion because, let's say, my mom was into fashion, but it was dope. Like I said, it's dope that she did that, and it kind of all comes back full circle, right? But as we grew older, I'd say everything was self-taught. Everything was self-taught. It was the love for design, and started with graphics, and then clothes, and then culture.
Passion was able to kind of feed the
Exactly, and I think we all, we found a sense of identity too as we worked on fashion. So, I'd say for us it was, obviously the influence with my parents, but a lot of, for right now and just in general, like I think it was a lot of self-taught.
My last question for y'all, before we close this up, do you guys have any tips, or one more? What is Medium's biggest aspirations for 2024?
It's a big one. Biggest aspiration for Mediums in 2024. Man, maybe you could speak on more of the design aspect of it. I don't know why my mind this week has been on, obviously we were tidying our systems, right? And so being able to operate, right? Because I remember in the beginning you asked about what it is having a store, right? So again, it's a lot of work. And we realized that super quick. So at the beginning of the year, and we're literally on the last days of kind of like, hey, we're done with planning, it's go time. But it's that we're on the right path, and that we're applying the right principles to, behave as a, in a good business manner, and not. And I guess what I mean is, like, obviously, like now we have teams. You know what I'm saying? So now we have some people to be accountable for, right? Like, we got to be on top of our game, because now we have, we got a group of 4 now that work together with us, 5, including the boy Eggy, doing all the embroidery work, you know what I'm saying? So one of my biggest aspirations for 2024 is seeing the end of this year and really, what's the best to describe it, man? I mean, I know I'm a very positive guy, man, and I know we're moving in the right direction, you know what I'm saying, applying the proper, steps to set ourselves for success, man. So, I'm looking forward, seeing the end of the year, man, and just kind of like always going to that feeling where, like, we knew this was coming, we knew, if we work hard, like, this was going to come, so. Man, I'm just looking forward to being another successful year like 2023. Because we had so far since we got the brick and mortar, man, it's been nothing but like, elevation, man, and just doing different things and trying different, So.
And besides, besides the internal, well, I think that's more internally for the business, externally for the brand, and personally me for fashion and you know, and us as a brand, a Seattle brand, I think it's just, you know, continue pushing that message forward, continue elevating Seattle fashion, continue making that staple, continue pushing the culture forward, right? And continue, you know, innovating in what we do and just, you know, set a new standard for Seattle fashion, Seattle streetwear. I think for me that's a huge aspiration. You know, do it through design, do it through our work, do it through our internal business. You know, and just doing it with everything that we do and everything that we drop.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, you know, Seattle needs that, right? So I just want to give Seattle the best that we have. So the best is yet to come.
Come on.
Come on. Yeah. Come on.
For sure.
Obi. Well, thank you all for being here with us. Thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it a lot. You guys have any last words you guys want to give to people out there, where they can find you? You know, any promo?
Yeah, I mean, all the social mediums Collective, man, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I just started doing a lot of TikToks as of late, you feel me? So definitely check me out, BIG_CS. Yeah, and then come on over, man. Visit us at the store. Shoot, Roger and I are usually there Monday to Friday, and then we got the team takeover on the weekend. But yeah, pull up, man. Come see the work. You know what I'm saying, for yourself. Tap in, connect. So.
Yeah. And if you're into fashion, you know, I'd say keep pushing. You know, keep exploring that creativity. Keep exploring that, you know, that curiosity. You feel me? And get involved in it. You know, if you find a passion for it, whether it's fashion from the front end to the back end, you know, I'd say, you know, push. You know, if you feel creative and if you enjoy it and if you're passionate about it, definitely like seek through and you know, get involved for sure. So yeah.
Sir.
Hell yeah.
Okay, thank y'all. That was Mediums Collective. Appreciate you guys sitting through that, listening and being attentive. You guys can find this on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all platforms. So make sure to tune in. Please go follow them. Please go check them out. And yeah, thank you.